Hi guys, this is Alan TilT Donofrio here with InclineTV. We're doing a first look series here of Bullet Run, new game put out by Sony Online Entertainment. Here with formidable FPS player, longtime friend, Larry. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, Alan? Formidable, huh?
Yeah, I mean, come on,
I am flattered.
We've known each other for a while, let's be real.
Well, you're formidable too, my friend. So what's going on?
Oh, not too much. So we're just going to take a quick look around the game here. I'm at the load up screen right now, and I guess we'll kind of get behind the backdrop story behind this game. If you don't know it, check out the trailer. It kind of gives you all the insight there. But if you've ever seen the movie Gamer, where the people all like fight for their lives and stuff, that's supposed to be like the premise behind this game. You can customize your guy to look however you want. You can create different ones. For all intents and purposes, I'm going to create a new one right now just to show you guys how it works. Obviously choose between male and female, pretty standard. Change the type of face you want, blah blah blah. Just for some fun, let's be this guy, why not? Different skin tones right there, no big deal. Obviously a username, we'll just use this as, I don't know, let's call this Larry's brother.
That is an amazing player right there. I can tell you right now, #1 emoji.
And there's these little avatar tags. Obviously you can choose whatever you want. I'm going to choose one with the cool little handlebar mustache over here, because that looks pretty fun. And yeah, then you can just finish creation, no big deal. Pretty standard. And you can unlock more of these characters the further you level up, I think, one of your dudes. I'm not exactly sure how that works, to be honest, but I don't know. But we'll go in here with Larry's brother. We'll just call that's my name right now. And then you got this nice little overlay panel here. You got 4 different preset things. Right now all I have is MP5s because the game has just started. And then on the bottom here, you can see it says skills, and there's 4 different skills you can pick from. The skills are an interesting way to gain fame and heat and stuff in games, and kind of the way that works with, it's a little different. On the bottom here, you can see my rank, and it does it by fans, and you need fans to rank up. It's kind of like experience. But inside of a game, you can generate what the game is calling heat, which is pretty much just a combination of your kills versus your appearance and taunt ability. We'll get to what the taunts and all that stuff's about. So I can rotate my dude, pretty cool. Marketplace, we'll just jump in there real quick. And you can see there's a bunch of different categories here. We'll start on appearance, since that's the first choice there. I know mine is pretty standard because you unlock things the more you go on, and you have to pay obviously some kind of credits to get some certain things. So you can you know, get these things, and on the bottom here you see style. It gives you plus points, so you get plus points for different things you have equipped on your guy. Some cool little sunglasses going on here, so on and so forth. Lots of different things, changing up all the way to haircuts. You can do a mohawk, change the colors when you get there. Obviously it says you have to unlock them by getting a certain rank. But all these things just get different style, so on and so forth. Pretty standard. So you want to, I think, you pretty much with the big general senses, you want to make sure your style is as high as possible to gain fans quicker, I believe is what the premise is there. You can change a bunch of things in the upper body, changing their looks and models right there, no big deal. It's a pretty standard issue. But a lot of customization as far as character appearance. That's a lot of the variety right there. Weapons, pretty standard weapons shop. Submachine gun, assault rifle, snipers, shotguns, secondary, grenades, weapon repair. Weapon repair is something you'll always have to come back and do as you start playing more and more. So you see there's a bunch of different things, and they have the little weapon stats right down there so you can compare and contrast. Also there's modifications which you can start unlocking at level 20 and higher, I believe, for every gun. Oh, just kidding, some of them are level 4 and lower. Depends on the gun level, I think. So you'll get to that, and that's obviously will help you out with you know, different things you need for helping your gun be better. You can see how things kind of influx right here. They have a nice little green and red chart there to show you what's getting better, what's getting worse, so on and so forth. And that's pretty standard right there, nothing big deal. 4 different sniper rifles. So there's a variety here of what kind of guns you might want to use. It just takes a while to unlock certain mods. Obviously right now I can get the AUG, so we'll just get that real quick just to see what that's going. And you have a cart system here, so I'm going to go to cart and just purchase that select. Actually I cannot because I do not have enough points yet. I didn't realize that. Well, there's the weapons, in case you're wondering. Skills. So skills are different. Larry, why don't you run down some of the skills real quick, starting with the medical and going to the turrets and stuff like that.
Alright, for skills, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. So eventually when you start killing people, you unlock your skills. It's kind of like perks. And tier 1 is you have the Medi-Gel, which is a standard heal gun. I think when you unlock the higher ones, you can heal over time as well. Endorphex is weird. It's like a little... It's like endorphin. You inject it, and then you start having two fiery fists, and you run around and punch people. But you can't sprint, though, when you have those fists. So I don't really like that. I like the Medi-Gel. For tier 2, you got the Neurofang, which is a little spider. If you right-click the spider, you can control it like a little UAV robot. And you can run around, and whenever the spider touches someone, they are trapped or immobilized for several seconds. They can still shoot you, though. So that's pretty nifty. And you got the Kimbo. You get 2 Kimbo pistols that shoot really fast, and when you right-click the Kimbo, you can slide. Tier 3, you got the T6 Defender, which is your standard turret. You can't control it. And this game is not very tough to kill. It's pretty easy to take it out, but it's so useful. And the Blast Drone is my favorite. It's like a little spinning disc that flies around and automatically find people, and when they touch whoever is in contact with them, they explode. And tier 4, you got the minigun and the mortar.
Yep. So for some pretty standard things there, it's kind of like kill streak advantage. The only difference is in this game we'll see the skills actually regenerate after a certain amount of time, and you can continue to use them the better you do. Services, boosters, and synth tuning, not much there. Those are pretty much just to help you get more fans and increase heat and stuff like that. We'll talk about all that when we get into the game. And then there's taunts. The game, I think, is mostly centered around taunting. That helps you position as far as your overall score inside of a game. Clapping is the only one that I have right now, obviously, since it takes rank 18 to get the next one, which is just Arms Claw, so no big deal. So some certain taunts there. We'll kind of run through that as we get there. Comm Center, let you know some things. An item has been placed into my inventory. Okay, cool. I don't know what it was, but we can check it out. So yeah, that's kind of a look at what that is. We'll go to the inventory right now and see what happened. Actually, I don't know what happened. Where'd it go?
They didn't give me anything. It was a lie.
Go to inventory. There you go. There it is. I don't know what they gave me though, so we'll take a look. Okay, inventory. So I can change the color of my shirt, stuff like that. Change up my haircut color. We'll just keep it all pretty standard right now. Lower body, pants, different kind of pants. Shoes, different colors of shoes. Pretty awesome. And then there's the guns right here, and this is where all the presets come into play. So I have just this one weapon, so I'll just keep it here, but I'll rename it so I know what it is, and it's just an MP5. It's kind of like a Call of Duty setup a little bit. You can change your secondary with modifications, and if you have them, modifications, decals, different materials. Support, just frag grenades, all I got, so no big deal there. And then the skills. So I'm going to use the Medi-Gel, the Akimbo, the Blast Drone, and the Mini-Gat, because that's kind of cool. If I even get up that high, I probably won't, but you never know. So that's kind of the look at what the interface of the game will look like. We'll get into a game real quick. Not a lot of options as far as that goes. Oh, I guess we should probably get down to this bottom menu. The green room area, inventory, marketplace, just a key to go to those. No big deal. And then to play match, you got a server browser, which I'm not going to go to because there's not a lot of games in here right now. And a quick play function. Currently, there's only 2 game modes. Team Deathmatch, pretty standard. Your regular old Team Deathmatch. And then Dominion, which is kind of like a domination type factor, but a little bit different. I'm going to jump into that real quick because everyone's seen Team Deathmatch. It's not anything different. It's a capture point, but there's only 2 capture points. And after you capture one, the point will not allow you to capture anymore. It's an offense, defense, switch sides type game. So we'll take a look at what that is real quick. Maybe Larry will be in game here with me. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Are you joining the 19 on 21?
I don't know. I just did a quick join.
Oh.
We're down to the last.
So here we go. We're in the game now. Sprint function involved. Right click for scoping. Pretty cool. And my team is on defense, so we'll go over here and defend real fast. This is another thing. There's a reload mechanic in this game. So that's different. It kind of gives you a years of war feel. Grenades, big radius in the grenades in this, that's for sure. Careful with grenades, definitely. And as you can see, actually that was a draw, it's kind of nice, so... Cool, well, let's get into a new game here and check it out. So here's kind of the different totals that you get. I have a heat total, which goes into my credits that I earn, in-game money that I earn, and then also fans gains, like your experience. So I have 534 base fans, pretty cool. It tells me how many I need to go to my next rank. Maps change super quick in this as well. And my game's actually open right now.
Start of the first half coming up,
if you want.
and serious
Alright.
trying school.
Let's see.
But again, this game is in beta, published by Sony Online Entertainment, who bring you games such as Planet Side. They're coming out Planet Side 2 here pretty shortly, and I'm attacking, so I'm going to go and try to take one of these spots. As you see, the game mechanics are pretty smooth. My stream might be causing some little bit of lag right now.
But there are still some players.
And here's the capture point that I'm standing in right now, and you can see the bar on the top part of my screen is starting to go up as we continue to capture. You have to be inside these green areas. Now the difference here is you can be upstairs or downstairs on one of the levels. I don't know if it's this site or the other site. I think it's the other site. No, it's this site too. You can be on both sides, so this is a little bit more of a complex one to capture, or defend rather. You can see the registry is not what I would like it to be. It takes a while. When you scope it at a distance with your crosshairs, it just turns into I hope I hit him, I hope I hit him, I hope I hit him.
Oh yeah.
Which I know Larry feels and agrees with. So,
oh yeah.
So this is kind of the deal with Dominion. It's not super difficult to take a grasp on. It's just a capture point, but as you can see, we captured point 1, and it can only be captured again after another 98 seconds. And I need to get my X-Fire off.
How do you feel about the reload system?
I'm not a huge fan of it. The cool thing about it is, and I'll take some shots, if I don't want to do the reload mechanic, I don't have to, and it still reloads just as fine. I don't really know if the reload is actually any faster, to be honest. Let's take a look. It really isn't much faster. It gives you a bonus the more times you perfect reload, though, which is kind of cool. And as you can see, I'm actually a little bit down in health, so I'm going to take out my gun here, stab myself, and gain 20 HP. And we just captured this point. So now this is the point I don't like about Dominion. So now my team has captured both points, and I have nothing to do but run around. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Run around. That guy's going to actually kill me. So what are your impressions of Dominion right now, Larry? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I don't like waiting on the downtime since once you come back up. I kind of like the load. Sometimes, when I used to play it when it was called Heathen, I think they changed it up in this one a little bit. They did a little bit of balance. But, I mean, I like it. Do you like it?
I mean, it's different, and it's got its moments where it's fun, but at the same time, like, I mean, if you're on a good team, and I guess it does require more
yeah, I hear what you mean.
Being able to be captured, obviously keeping control of a certain area before you push into a site. I mean, there's the different strategic things you can do with that. But overall, I'm not super impressed with it. I mean, it's okay. I can't complain. There's just a lot of other things that I wish were different about the game itself. As you can see, my team is just capturing right now, left and right, so I'm just going to try to chill and wait for Site 2 to open back up. I'm going to try to get a kill here and show you guys what the Taunt system looks like as well.
Any OP guns you like, Alex?
Well, so far, all I have is the AUG. And you can see the spray right there is just not good for an SMG. Like, he's going to kill me, so I can't get it. But the spraying is not, the hip firing rather, is not what I would like it to be, especially with guns like an SMG where you expect it to do less damage but have more control in the hip fire. Definitely not the case, as I'll just spray here and you see how the bullets went literally everywhere. Even the scoped in fire, it gets hard to follow, like if you can notice when I'm shooting through mine here, and this is actually the mechanic of a bad reload, so you can tell the extra time there is not worth it. I don't know, I don't really have a clue where I'm shooting, all I can see is sparks flying off.
Hopefully I'll kill him.
Oh, and here's well, let's do the taunt real quick. Q to taunt, and then he just sits there and does it. There's a kill cam, obviously, so
pretty cold.
If you do get that off, you will get extra points. So as you see right there, I taunted for 1.4 seconds, and I didn't get any points for it. So
Serious, take a point.
not the greatest thing in the world, but it's all right. And we're gonna go through this a little bit. Larry's beating me right now, so I gotta step it up.
It's alright.
But yeah, the
When you're
team just
fighting,
dominated
it's
right
all
there
about giving the fast
4-0.
good shot.
You gotta please the crowd to
And
get ahead.
this is the part I don't like. There's really no way to capture it besides, you know, being 4-0 so fast as you can do it.
That first
Yeah.
shot.
So it says your current heat right there. It puts it in a vault, so it's going to
Good
save it for me.
It's been a while since we
So in
saw
case
a
I
team
completely
play like
botch
that.
this next round, I'll still have the 341, even though the scores I think reset too. I'm not sure if that's true actually.
Valaris
No, the
announced
scores don't reset, but you can see the star points too. If you look at see if I can find a way to look at this a little bit clearer on the screen here.
How many
The
assists
star
do you
points are your
cover the
heat
match?
points, and you get those
Depends on how
from
good you
obviously
are.
getting
Me?
kills and getting points
never
for
needed
capturing and doing a bunch of other things. But those will generate what your actual totals will be. So the heat's going to reset here, and you can start generating more of that as the game goes on. As we see, actually no one has any heat right now. But if you do things like defend and kill someone while they're in the zone, you get extra heat for that, extra points and stuff. You can see right there, like, I mean, obviously it's an SMG, so it's not that distance. However, I would have liked to see it register a little bit better than that. I don't know. I'm not a fan of games when they put in a system of right-click scope and it doesn't do much. And I'll do a taunt right here and I'll get something because that guy will come in and kill me.
Yeah, he
And
wasn't
then I
much
get an
more
actual
than a speed.
negative bonus for doing that. So you get the time
I don't
when
think
you're
there's
going to be
any oil
doing your
left here, but
taunts and stuff like that. Pretty standard all the way through. I mean, it's an interesting concept, and one that obviously you need a gun that's better than the MP5 to do well in this game.
Yeah.
And Larry will attest to that. What about guns for you, seeing that are just completely overpowered? Is it just the standard M4 AK that every other game
M4
has?
AK, they're good. The sniper rifle, if you can use it, that's good. I only say that because it takes a lot of effort to use a
Nothing
sniper in
makes
this
a
game
bigger
because you
mess
can't
of
quick shoot, like from your pistol to your sniper, so you can't really run around and go Rambo with it like in other games. But you know, get to level 8, get the AK, that's pretty easy, and then try to get the M4 because it's really accurate and does a lot of damage like in a lot of games. So that's my recommendation.
And while that was going on, I did get a kill. I ran back and got a defense point, heat point controller, and I did a taunt, so my score went up to 124 automatically just for doing that with that heat. And like we said, the heat is what gets you the majority of your in-game money as I'm getting slaughtered right here.
You know, I've done
What happens you run to the opposite side of spawns, you're just going to get wrecked on.
Yeah. The customization in this game is pretty big too. Not only character, you can customize the scope and magazine and stuff with your guns too, and the color as well.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that's fun, and you know that's one thing that I like, and the things that help you with style points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as customization goes, I know you play Blacklight right now as well. How would you compare the two games as far as customization goes?
I think this game is a little bit more flashy because you can customize like certain parts of your gun to what color. Like you can make it look like, you know, one of those candy canes from Christmas. In Blacklight, it's much more about stats customization. In this game, I think it's more cosmetic based. And they're unique in both their own ways. Which one do you like more? I know you play both.
Yeah, I play both as well. I personally, I mean, maybe it just is the point where I'm not leveled up high enough to play around with the customizations for the gun in this game, but it's not as easy. Like, you have to get those ranks and stuff like that, whereas in Blacklight, it's a lot quicker if you want it to be, and the registry feels a lot better. Like, I was behind about 4 different objects there when I got killed by a grenade, so
came to see.
there's obviously some things that needs to work on. Overall, I think the game looks to be good. It's got a good feel to it for the most part, outside of the scoping, some mechanics that you need to get used to, but every game's like that. They all have their niches you need to find and get used to, but overall there's some cool things as we're about wrapping up this little match here. I'll show you one more ending game mechanic before we sign off at this first game look. Unless that actually is the trade side. You can see having a good team is obviously going to help you out with holding and round and
Here on the oil rig,
I just pick up an MP9 and this thing just mows people down, so you guys want a good gun.
Yeah. That's another thing about this game so far is a lot of it has been P90 and extra submachine gun because the registry is hard to get used to, so a lot of people will just go around with guns that have 50 plus bullets and hope to God that they find There's nothing wrong with that. It happens to the best of
Only
us.
30 seconds
But
to
I didn't get a
go.
lot of action covered in
Polaris
this
are under
defensive side.
pressure.
It's all about the
20
objectives
seconds
in
left.
this show.
Skills
We'll
work
go
there.
right there. I'll run back around and get Taunt in. Set myself some extra points. He's going to see me clapping at him right now. Sucks to suck.
Nice try. I'll clap you for your effort.
I know.
It was a good try, too.
These are cool. These little camera bots right here. That's what all they are. They're supposed to be like little camera bots. And as you can hear, there's announcers in the game as well. So that'll do that right there. You'll see the scoreboard right there, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna back out of this game before it starts on me again. And that's kind of the first look at Bullet Run here by Sony Online Entertainment. Overall thoughts, if you were to give this game a grade right now, I know it's in closed beta at the moment. If you were to give this game a grade right now, though, what would you grade?
I would... You know what? There's a lot of mechanics that I think it should be in a lot of FPS that they have in this game, like the ability to pick up guns. Some of the stuff we take for granted that are in this game, so small stuff like that. I'm going to give it a 7. 7 out of 10.
You know, I was going to agree and do a 7 as well. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to show anyone the skills that we have in here and the Kimbos and but you can go ahead and play around with those on your own as you decide to play. But yeah, I would agree. 7 is probably where I would keep it as well. There's some other things you need to get used to, some awkward things, but overall the game looks good, it feels good, it runs well. A good level of visual and mechanical customization for guns and appearance. It's very, very smooth interface. As you can see, I can make this guy rotate without any real skips at all. And graphics-wise, I'm running this right now on just high graphics. I usually run it on very high when I'm not streaming, but there's really not too much of a difference. So if you're using a low-end processing computer, you should be able to run this game probably no problem. And I feel like it's pretty compatible all the way across the board. I guess we'll have to see what comes out with after the closed beta period goes through, but yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and check out the game. I'm going to go up there and try to find the website real quick. I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, it's bulletrunthegame.com, and this is the website right here. You sign up for beta all the way right around here, redeem your points if you get them, and once you get in, you can check out the forums and stuff like that. But that's our first look here on InclineTV on Bullet Run. I want to thank the time that Larry put in for helping me out with this cast. I am TilT Donofrio with another first look exclusive. We'll be back with more coverage of your biggest and foremost front games as we go on. Thank you and happy fragging.